Hey guys, welcome back. We had a good day in the market. It's Tuesday, 4/21, April 21st. We're going to review zero-day options today on SPY and the small account challenge. Yeah, yesterday was a day, kind of a continuation for me since Friday, and I'm trying to scale up and just increase my size and trade less. And it was frustrating. There's nice trades today though, just a couple of them. Yeah, let's get into it. Took a lot of patience this morning, so my angst spooled up. I don't know how else to put it, which is good if I'm trying to scale in or just trade with larger size. With a small account, yeah, on the 30-minute, here's Eric's chart. SPY day trading on YouTube. I'm tagged in the title too, actually. We gapped up this morning, filled the gap, kind of in this all-time high area, building liquidity, and eventually came down and retested 5-day and lots of grindy stuff, and then moves in the last 30 minutes. Pretty grindy. I think the volume's still pretty low. It's starting to seem like summer trading days a little bit, where you just have like inside candles and then just a massive candle, then like relatively massive boom, and then volume and boom and boom and boom. I don't know if there's news going on, but this kind of happens more frequent when there's low volume, and it's real easier to move the market, and you get a big order and it just, yeah. So anyways, I think my charting felt better today. Didn't feel like I was off. I was trying to be very patient to make sure I was on. Very just grindy this morning. Had purple here for just one of the selling algos, I'd say. I don't think that's bullish control. That's too steep. This red, I didn't get this in this early. I can't remember when I got that. The main one I got earlier on was green. Yeah, I got green, and then I maybe had red. It was a little different angle, potentially. Yeah, so just came up, made the cup, little head right here, or sorry, little handle, but nothing really to trade there for me, at least. Potentially could have taken a break on here, but I don't even know if I had red at that point. That's early candles. This one, if you're doing it from the wick, it's right through it. From the body, yeah, it's a nice perfect retest, but yeah. My first trade wasn't until 10:41, so hung out for all this. You can see it's spooling. Finally, it breaks right here. Wait, what the heck? Oh, yeah, that's right. I actually remember this trade. Okay, so first trade. Since this was so grindy and didn't look like a nice structure to the downside. Not just because of that, but also because this is where my stop would be on this green. So I decided to get a call here. And I actually got it at the very beginning of this, or like right here on this candle. And it ripped up like 35%, and I just wasn't really prepared to take it so quickly. And I was trying to get profit up here for my first take profit. So for both those reasons, I didn't take profit on that thing, and I was just using green for my stop. Of course, it broke through, and I sold it. So 74 cents, 62 cents, a little loss on that one, unfortunately. Had I been prepared, I maybe would have taken this, although this wasn't my profit target. It's hard though on a retracement or Zami to really go all the way for your profit targets. It just doesn't always happen like that, or anytime really. So that was just a small trade. That was one contract, since it was a wedgie trade. And then once it broke, I got puts. So right here, I got two limit. So I was doing hotkeys for 2. It's just an ugly entry because by the time it was like closing, it was down here. So I'm trying to make sure it closed below green, because this is the wick here. Like, I didn't quite trust it closing below this one, which it did there. And then this one, by the time I got it, it was like somewhere right here. And then I have orders for, I think, 1 or 2 more limit orders that didn't fill because this thing closed down here and just kept going. I didn't want to chase it. So, and then this candle, nice big fleshy candle with some velocity. I got out of one of them for $1.12. Yeah, 1046. So a little hasty on this one. Coming off of a kind of a gross drawdown since I've scaled up some, and and I've had 2 red days. So I just thought potentially there's another lower channel algo here that I haven't seen yet, because this is quite steep. And I think there actually was. So I did glance at Eric's chart then, which I don't know if it helped me, but I think there's something like this, which actually I should have tried that sooner. Yeah. So this is what he had. I didn't have this one. I had this green. But I figured there was something else down here, and that's why I was pretty jumpy on taking that first profit. So I had a 1 for a little profit, canceled my buy, and then closed the next one. So it came down, and then it was breaking this gold. So I closed it on this one for actually less. It would have been a nice close here. Of course, low a day was my target, but it always could get real close to complete that cup and then not. So took the next one $1.09. So this one was annoying because I was trying to scale up for this one. And I just wasn't able to. It just kind of went off without me. And I feel like my trades probably that I have the most success on are just that way. They're fast. I'm not catching them at the very top or the very bottom as a zombie or retrace when I'm catching on the breakout. But I don't always get a whole lot of time to enter, which I don't like. I don't want to be taking breakouts, but I don't. My success with zombies is it's hard. They're harder to hold too, because it's just kind of, I don't know. I feel like my success with zombies is lower. Anyways, so this was kind of annoying because I wanted more scale for this. Is like, I'd be happy to just take this one trade and just have scaled up for it. But it wasn't. I only got 2 of them, and I didn't quite hold for the full low of day. Came down, made low a day, triggered my alert, and then I drew a green. The same green up here that was building liquidity. Looking for a handle. Does this tiny little weak handle and then just flushes through. But at that time also we just completed this cup, this inverse cup right here. So I figured it's possible it will, or no, sorry. Wait, yeah, it was right here. I was like, it'll probably want to, oh. Where are we? What cup did we complete? Yeah, what's that? 11? No, it wasn't that one. What cup? There was a cup there we completed. This line. This was yesterday's low, right? No, that's yesterday's low. What was I thinking? That was completing the cup. Weird. Oh, that was just this cup was completing. That's funny. I think I looked at the 30-minute and thought the 30-minute cup was completing, and I totally no, that was later in the day, I guess. That was what I was thinking for all of this handle. That's right. Okay. So this cup completed. Just made this tiny handle, broke my green, and I tried to get inputs here, and I couldn't. I limit ordered, and it was right here. By the time that candle closed, and this would have been my first take profit. I mean, there or potentially down here, but conservatively here. So it's basically, I might take profits. I'm like, this is stupid. Can't take this. The next trade I could have done was taking the break here. Right there. Just selling that steeper gold, but I wasn't super confident in this red at that point since it hadn't really shown up. There's just kind of inside candles kind of doing the little roller coaster thing this morning. Not my favorite price action, so it breaking this wasn't as huge of a deal as it was a bigger deal than I thought it was. So I missed this one at 57. Yeah, I missed that one at 57, and then yeah, I had a bunch of orders there. It didn't fill, and I didn't want to take this chase. Then I guess I think I was just moping over this too much to be alert enough to take this. I knew 5-day for a target, of course. It just yeah. I'm trying to think if this. Yeah, I could have taken the break here. Oftentimes I do take those chase trades. I guess because I'm thinking more now, like waiting for the bigger setup with bigger size. Trade like this, I'm usually scaled down, and I need to get more flexible in my mind to just quickly take a trade with a smaller amount that I have, you know, confidence with, but not as confident. This would have, I mean, this would have been amazing. I just watched this thing just flush. I was like, no way. Next trade was 1107. This was a call. So missed this whole thing. And I was like, still focused enough. I was like, the best time to catch a bounce, or I guess a zombie, but really just a bounce from big sell-off, easy down, easy up, is on that first one. You have them after that, but oftentimes they're smaller because it's wedging like this. So once this broke this gold, I was like, I could take it up to the retest of this or this. Ideally is this. This is what I want to get puts back on if it retested up here. On the 30-minute, I guess that was probably too high. I don't know. But yeah, so this one broke it, and these candles were pretty violent, a lot of volume. And so I didn't get into it till like up here, because that's where it broke it. And then my stop was down here. So this one was a little risky. And my profit target was like here or here. Basically right where it ended would have been perfect profit target. I didn't hold for that whole thing though, just because of how aggressive this bounce was and how far my stop was. I thought I could do gold for a stop, but it was climbing up so quickly that could be a big move down to even break gold. So it was 1136. I actually closed on that same candle. All right. Wait, no, sorry. We already did that one? No, sorry, we're not there. 1107. Yeah, that's this one. Yeah, 1107. I just got one because it's in the wedge. Got it for $1.05. Close it for $1.14. Actually, wait till this candle. It was kind of red. I thought it was earlier than that. Oh, that's good. It held a little longer than I thought. So it went up to like $1.30, but it's okay. Little bounce. Happy about that one. I'm usually not quick enough to catch those. Of course, don't always work like that either. Could have broken this and then flushed and continued to test that. So that's why I was ready to get out of it. Next one, I got 2 puts at 1136. So rejected here. So I see this wedge is building with the gray and then the red. Retesting the red from the breakout and building it on the gray potentially. And it breaks the gray, which is what I'm waiting for, which is, or no, sorry, green. I didn't have gray yet. Green, this, yeah, this is all I had. Breaks the green. I didn't get it at like the beginning of that candle. I bought 2. I sold 1 right there just because it made low of day. Even though it's such a tight range, I thought I should probably take profit at low of day in case this stuff happens, and sure enough it did. So bought 2 for $1.07. Closed the first one for $1.22, so not bad. Just on that, just in 27 seconds, and then did a stop on the second one for this junk. So the second one stopped out right there. So I'm still kind of, yeah. Next trade was at 1137. I got what? Yeah, I didn't have gray yet. So this broke green again, but actually I moved green down here because it didn't seem like that was actually building liquidity on that at that time. So I put it down here on that wick. I got it right here. It broke it. I got on the retrace at 1137. And wait, no. Yeah. Retrace. Closed it. No, got another one, 1139. Right here. I think that was a limit, so it just filled it. It wasn't like I was trying to get it after it was back up in the green. That seems like a strange spot. Got 2 of them then, and closed them both at 1140 for a loss. Yeah, right here. So I got this on the retrace, and then it filled me another one on the higher retrace. And then I was out of it. So it closed above that green. So that gave back pretty much most of my profits, which were pretty small at that point, because I missed this move, and this I didn't have enough scale, and this is a pretty small move, really. Yeah, I guess it wasn't bad if it had the right scale. This was about half a point. But if I had enough size, you know, I could have had one per runner. And focus to enter back in, or I don't know, market ordered. I've moved to limit. I've been doing a limit a lot more recently, like the last 2 weeks or so. And I think it's been mostly helping me, but sometimes I'll miss stuff like this. So maybe my first contract I'll do a market, and then if I have more time, I'll add in with more scale with the limits. Done that sometimes, but this time it just, I think because it just got so close to my take profit already. Also, I didn't feel like jumping in like that, which is too aggressive. 1139, 1140. Next year is 1158. Right here. Breaking the green again. Yeah, I still don't have gray. But I think I had it down here, maybe? I don't know why I'm in that one. Yeah, maybe from that prior green. I don't even know, but you can see it's not even doing it. I mean, it's easier to see now in hindsight, but wait, what? Oh, 1158. Oh yeah, on the retest potentially. Breaking the green and retesting. I think that's, or no, this makes more sense. Okay, I did have gray. I thought I had gray by then. I had gray. This was a retracement, a zombie trade. So this is a call, actually. I was just late on it. So it bounced on a gray. I'm looking for a retracement. So it filled me on this 1158. I just got one since it's in the wedge. Held through this, and then had a nice green candle up to my profit target, which I think I closed right about there. No, I was a little greedy on this one. I closed it here. Wow. Wow. 1202. That was 58 cents to 74. Not bad. Just a small little wedge trade. Next one, I bought two puts at 1228. Yeah, I was just late on it, but a break of this white. Or I had it down here. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yep. Broke the gray there. I was in it. 61 cents. Sold them both for 52 cents at on this candle. This is a big candle in the moment. That was large and ugly. So back in the wedge. I know it's about out of buying power somehow. I don't know. Like, it didn't seem like I had that much scale. I guess my strikes were just closer to the money today. But I was like pretty much out of buying power then, which is kind of a blessing, I guess. I don't know. There were some trades I missed, but maybe it wouldn't have been good. Let's see. 110. I was in a call at 110. Oh yeah, for 5-day. Wait. Yeah, this was for a 5-day. So it came down. Broke through red here, but bounced back up. And I think 5-day was right here. That time. And so I was getting it for just a 5-day, a zombie. I had the right idea, I was just early on it. I was trying to use 5-day for the stop. And it flushed through it, so I sold that. That was kind of bad. 33 cents to 25, sold it at 112. Yeah, these candles were nasty down here. Big wicks, just super jumpy, sporadic. I don't know what was going on. Then this last one, I was kind of over it today, honestly. I got a put right here. Broke 5-day. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get a put and hold it for that gap fill, and just use this red for my stop, and or 5-day, which is a little bit higher at that point. It did come down. In hindsight, of course, I should have taken profit, but I was like, this is my last trade. I'm just gonna hold it for that or my stop. And it came up and stopped me out. 133, 59 cents to 37 cents. That last one actually was kind of a sucky one. That was like the worst one. Closed it out right here. That's where 5-day was. This was actually after it closed above 5-day. So Yeah, and then I, on my Webull account, I opened up a call credit or put credit spread right here for the move up, since we were tapering and bullish controlled selling the red. It was such a forced trade. I didn't have clear stops or anything, and I just saw this. I was like, I'll just hold this till a while, and it did end up working, but came all the way down. Huge fleshy candle like right after I opened it, and this was actually consolidating below 5-day at the time. And so I was like, I gotta close it. 5 days flipped into resistance. So didn't catch this upside move. Yeah. It sounds worse than it was. Here are the trades. But my confidence is still there. I'm still wanting more size and trading less. Small red day in the end. I was only up a little bit, I think. I was up 30, 35 bucks, which I guess is kind of an average for the small account, but I'm trying to up that. So more risk. It's going to be, I guess more bigger red days. And potentially more red days, I suppose. If I'm holding for bigger moves. I don't want to be. I want to be taking profits, but I really need to be, if I have conviction to do it, and only hold if I have already taken profits. That's what I'm trying to say. So we'll see. Yeah, emotionally, just grown a little impatient, I guess, today, or just with my trading. So I'm gonna come in tomorrow more patient and try and just, I still want the scale, but I think today was an improvement from yesterday. I had patience to wait for the move. Move happened. I just wasn't able to get in as much as I wanted. And then lacked the confidence to get in on this chase. So then after that, it wasn't too bad. I mean, a couple extra trades, which I probably wouldn't have done if I was up quite a bit from the morning. So yeah, overall, trading less, bigger scale, good, and confidence is still there. This trade end of day, like, kind of a crazy one. This break right here, that's probably what I would have taken it, but it's just not such a crazy mission. Eric, I did see some of his trades today. He had some crazy ones, and I don't think it helps me. I think it just actually makes FOMO. But here's Eric's trade. He wasn't around very much, but he had a 5x right there. One he didn't manage, he said. Because he opened it up like here. I haven't really looked at his charts to see. I mean, I did a little bit, but and then he had this 14x down here for 3 minutes. So he opened it up like right here, puts, and his strike was to capture this move, and it happened perfectly. And that's where you get $1 to $14. I don't know if it helps me. Anyways, thanks guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Money sticks around. Eric definitely helps me. His everything, all his charting and stuff has helped me learn. But looking at it intraday, like during the day, and I think it just kind of creates FOMO for me. Maybe not for everybody. So that's why I have to figure out how to chart on my own. He hasn't taught us that yet. So it's been kind of a guessing game and kind of just observation. But it's difficult because I can't look at his chart and follow along with confidence at all. I have to do it on my own. So here we are. Thanks guys. See you tomorrow. Peace out.